No.
Sure, there might be somebody on the map to talk to.
Hello everybody, today we're looking at the content that came out Saturday, November 17th, today at noon Pacific, or like 12:15 really. We had an event launch where we tested out a new chemical that we embedded our weapons in, that we were able to destroy the armor of the monsters that we were unable to defeat yesterday. We were only able to defeat their hatchlings that hadn't developed armor, but the mothers that laid eggs, they had the armor that we could not really penetrate, and we saw that day with the lack of damage dealt to the monsters. So now we actually pushed them away and started shipping off to South Sun Cove. You can see the ship icon on the map in Lion's Arch, and they will port you there. From here, we led an expedition with a few NPCs, where we did such events as secure areas to set up siege, make new camps, and build bridges and roads to make this place actually travelable. So it was really cool. Like, we basically got to build the map that we were going to start playing in next week, or when this opening event closes. And a lot of people were really excited about this. This is really the kind of content we were thinking Guild Wars was going to be when we first got it. This unlocking new things dynamically, changing the environment for the better all the time. It's good to finally see some of the things they've promised us, and it was a really fun experience if you got to be a part of all this. My guild had a few debates over whether this would actually work in a full MMO, and people were like, well, they could have it like World of Warcraft, where they set up constant updates for events like this, like Arena has been doing for these new events, setting it up like on weekends. You can have these fun events at good times for everybody, but it really wouldn't be very consistent, and it wouldn't make you play the rest of the week. And this is where I brought up Firefall, one of the games that I'm looking at PvP wise, but it has some interesting goals for PvE as well. They want to have it to where PvE will constantly be changing through what the players are able to unlock, like we did today in Guild Wars 2. Push forward, build new structures, make safe camps for everybody, and then if you're able to do that, they'll patch it in like the next week's patch. You'll start seeing cities being built. And it's a good sign for both games. One, Guild Wars 2 is starting to deliver on the promises they made, and maybe Firefall will actually work out if this turns out to be something that it can be fun for everybody. So this is a really fun day, and a lot of promising things were showing up from this. But it's definitely not over yet. We got to the end of the map. Basically, we circled around the entire zone, ended up in front of a cave that was blocked off, but the other end of the field were some laser cannons. So we're hoping that these cannons are part of tomorrow's event, where we will open up that final area and maybe take on a good, maybe take on a fun world event boss or something like that. But we're seeing this kind of phasing in between these events of this environment. People who didn't show up to the event today can still be a part of setting up these camps and stuff and getting all this world stuff done. And it looks like some of the content we'll be seeing in this map is out already, like champion bosses in the ocean, just some collecting things is already starting to show up and phase into the map. So it's looking good, and I'm really excited for the rest of it. But just for you guys, I went ahead and did the really hard jumping puzzle that was found on this map, and yes, it is really hard to get through all this. It's set up like the Halloween event, which I'm really excited about. So it starts up on a certain timer, so everyone starts at the exact same time, and a group of people will try to get through the jumping puzzle, and it's split off into 3 different sections, sorta, kind of like 2.5. There's just one big streaming of jumps, a pause, another short stream of jumps, a bigger pause, and then the last stretch of jumps off those rocks to get onto the final rock formation, where you climb that to find your final treasure chest. This is a lot of fun, and I definitely encourage you guys to try this and get the achievement.
across.
So which entry one is it on? Is it by the Lion's Point? Oh, I see where you're at.
No, you gotta wait for the rocks. Yeah, to form.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Lies.
Vix has done it. I have done it.
Joined your channel.
I'm gonna ask you to invite me to group and show me. Could you do that?
Hey everyone.
Hey,
Yeah,
our
discovered. Group's full, but yeah, I'll drop group and.
Thank you.
No. What's everyone doing here?
Damn it.
Being awesome.
New, what's it called? The new.
So the
area.
One of the tougher the new jumping puzzles.
Oh,
Joining
Captain,
you.
are you in Overflow?
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you not?
Oh,
you
you did jumping
You won't be able to
puzzles?
see me then.
Can you join my overflow?
I found a way, Dux. I found a way. Not
One
Hoods,
second, man. 1 second.
Cool.
Not like Hoods cheatingly.
Yeah, the way that I told you to just kind of jump over the rocks to. Yeah.
Fuck. Too little.
Guys, there's actually 2 guys doing this jump puzzle.
Where's the jump zone?
3. I'm now climbing over the rocks on top.
So you just climb the pirate ship, and that's it?
No.
No. There's, if you go the other way, there's a passage. Oh, god, that's where I need to be. Okay. There's a way you can get around-ish sort of thing. I don't know how to explain it really. You want to cross the little gap, basically.
Oh, okay. So jump to the other part of the pirate
over the rock face, and then you'll need to leap down. Ooh. Is there actually something in here?
Champion Beef Fighter.
Dux, did you eventually make it to like this blue section trail of rocks that loop around the far west side?
Yes.
Okay.
The chest is there's a little green island in the northwest part of the zone. The chest is directly south of the eastmost part of the island.
I was lost there.
There's not a better way to explain it.
How do I get to the new zone?
And last but not least, I wanted to talk about the dungeon that opened up yesterday. Just going through the first level, it seems to be 9 different versions of going through a small map and showing up at a boss, and then going to the next fractal. It's fun, it's simple, and it can scale very easily, so I like that part of the challenge. And you just keep going, and it keeps getting harder and harder as you go. And some of these things are just hard in the first place and set up to be really annoying. It'll be cool to see how people build around that and see if anything cool pops out of this dungeon. I'm really glad ArenaNet tried something so new this time. But that's it for today. Still got more events to go tomorrow, so if you like the video, feel free to click the like and subscribe buttons below for content on the rest of the events this weekend, and I'll see you next time.